guys, Noah is back here again. Hope you guys are doing good just the way I'm also doing good here. Like I promised earlier on in my previous videos that I want to start answering the questions you guys have been asking me because I've received a lot of questions but I have not gotten time to answer it. But as I was checking, going through the questions, the one that I pick, please pardon me if I've not gotten to answering your question, if I've not picked your question. That doesn't mean you are not important to me, but it means I am doing it step by step and I'm doing it simultaneously, answering one at a time, then I will answer the other ones. Please, if I've not gotten to your question, wait and watch this the videos, then one of these days I will pick your question. The question this person threw to me or asked me is, Noah, please clarify culture from religion. Culture from religion, or clarify tradition from religion. There are two basic religion that is well known all over the world today. That is Christianity and Islamic religion. I want to say this. Being a religious person does not eliminate what we know as culture or tradition. Then the person went further to ask me some things that, because you can see there are some herbs, there are some leaves that when you get, if you can get them and you gather them together, you mix this leaf together with this one and you use it, it cures some diseases, it cures some sicknesses. For example, from my own research, I'm made to understand that there is something called shea butter. Shea butter can be found in some countries in Africa, especially particularly in Nigeria, West Africa. Shea butter is gotten from a tree. It's just gotten from a tree. There is no need of reciting an incantation or saying all sort of things to make it a fetish thing. It's just naturally okay like that. That is, naturally God has given this thing called shea butter to us. And from my research, I was made to understand that shea butter cures cancer. If you can get shea butter and you lick it, just dip your hand inside it, then you put it in your mouth. As you are taking it gradually, you are taking it maybe daily or 2 times in a day, it cures what is known as cancer. But if you now look at it that, hey, I don't want to become an herbalist, I don't want to become a fetish person, then you are not taking it. You just believe that, oh, I need to go to the hospital, I need to go to the hospital for treatment all the time. I'm telling you, I have a friend, is a living witness to this thing I'm about to say. Is a living witness to it. He has been to hospital, he spent like 2 months, from what he told me, he spent 2 months in the hospital. But by the time he was leaving, nothing was done to him. Then immediately after getting home, someone prescribed this thing to him. That, can you please just try to get what is known as shea butter. Shea butter or shea butter. Just try to get it. Once you get it, start taking it. Just, there's no need of mixing anything to it. You don't need to mix anything to it. Just be taking it naturally like that. And he started using it. Lo and behold, I want to tell you, it cures him of that cancer, of that what you call ulcer. It cures him. And at the same time, there is something I want to mention again, something called palm wine. Palm wine is a local drink in Nigeria or in some other countries like in West Africa. Palm wine is just natural. From the tree called palm tree. If you cut it down, after you get what is known as that palm wine from it, then after fermenting it, you start taking it. Our fathers in the olden days, they take this to cure low sperm count. Low sperm count. This thing that I'm saying, you can do your research on it. You can go to make your research on it. How do they get it? It's just natural. You don't need to say anything on it. You don't need to become an herbalist. You don't need to become a single man in the country that I am. You don't need to be a fetish person. Just take it natural. Just natural like that, and you start taking it. Before you know it, if your sperm has been so watery before, I want to tell you, for the first time you will take it, you will see. If you go to the toilet or you urinate, after your urine, you will see that the urine will have a yellowish color. After which, when you start taking it, then it will turn white. It will turn normal, like a normal urine. But I want to tell you that if you check it, you will see that low sperm count is gone. It's nowhere to be found. And this thing is just given to us by God. So please, I want to say this and I want to answer this. You are free to make your suggestion or to comment on the video in the comments below. You are free to comment below the video. That is, I'm saying we need not to bring religion together with our culture, with tradition. All these tablets we are taking, the manufacturers, they make use of leaves, they make use of herbs, they mix them together. After mixing them, then they add some things to it, and they bring out all those things. All these medications we are buying from the doctors, the medical doctors, they are also getting it somewhere. It doesn't fall from heaven. But those things, they make use of African culture, like what I just mentioned now. That's shea butter, and I mentioned palm wine. They also use their brain, and at the same time, they come to Africans to ask them, what is this? What is this? Most of those things comes from Africa. They are using our brain to manufacture these things. But we will now come as a religionist. We are taking religion upon ourselves to an extent. I remember a friend of mine, he would have been a worldwide table tennis player today, but his parents, they discourage him simply because they are attending a church. Then I don't want to mention the name of the church. I know the church very well. They are attending the church. Even that time, they don't allow them to play Ludo. You must never play Ludo in the family. They will tell you that the time you're supposed to be using to pray to God, the time you're supposed to be reading your Bible, you are using it to play Ludo. They discourage this guy from playing table tennis. And even now, he's still complaining that, I will have gone far. I will have gone far playing table tennis. Please, my brothers, please, my friends, let's stop this habit. Let's stop this habit of bringing religion. If you see someone making use of herb, like what I just said, if you want to say, there is something called black soap. Black soap in Nigeria. They call it black soap. How do they get black soap? From what is called cocoa plantation. After getting the pod, if you get the pod of that cocoa and you take out the seeds from it, the rotten pod is what they use to make what is called black soap. You don't need to count it to recite any incantation on it. And if you use it, it's very good. It is very, very good. Those are the soaps our fathers, our forefathers, our ancestors, they are using in the olden days. In those days, that is what they used to bath themselves. But now, because of civilization, we are using a lot of soaps. We buy soaps from Europe. We import soaps to bath to make our face look alright, this, and that. But I want to tell you, in those days, they are making use of those things. They are using all those things, and it goes together. It adds what it's doing to their health. It regulates their body. But these days, we are now bringing religion together with tradition. As I'm talking to you, I also belong to a religion. I also belong to a religion, but I'm telling us that those things, they were given to us by God Himself. God is the one. He said in His word that let this ground bring out all sort of leaves. Those leaves are meant for our own use. Please let us not criticize it. Let us not go against it. Let us not say because I belong to this religion, then whoever is using. There's a friend of mine on Facebook. He posted a picture wearing an attire, a traditional attire, wearing it, and he was having beads. Simply because of that bead, many people are criticizing him. Many people are telling him that he has become an herbalist. Many people are telling him that he has become an occult man. It is not because of that. Just because of fashion. He was doing fashion. He read Yoruba in school. Yoruba as a course in school. And as a real Yoruba person, he dressed mainly because of what he did, the course he did in school. He was wearing a traditional dress, and wearing a traditional dress, he was wearing a bead around his neck. Then a lot of people, they start to criticize him. Please, I want to say this: don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those people. And for my friend that asked this question, please, for the person that asked this question, please don't say because of that you want to. Because if we are doing that, our culture will end one day. We will never hear anything about our culture anymore. Simply because everything must go civilized, everything has been civilized. There is no more use of, we are no more doing that palm wine. I'm telling you, palm wine is very good. It is very good for the body. It is very good for the body. What we call shea butter is also good. If you are taking it, it cures what is known as ulcer. When you are drinking palm wine, I'm not saying excessive drinking. When you take it normally, it cures what is known as low sperm count. Please, my brothers, please, my friends all over the world, I just think of it that no, let me answer this question so that we people will not be bringing religion together with what is known as our culture. Culture remains culture, and religion remain religion. Imagine if I come maybe in my next video, then I choose to wear a traditional dress, then I'm having my cap. After having my cap, then I decide to have beads. Many people will start calling me an occult man. No. It ought not to be so. Really, our culture is our culture, and we have our traditional dresses. Imagine this shirt. This shirt is not what our tradition, or it doesn't go together with my culture. In my culture, I'm supposed to be wearing a traditional dress. But now I am now buying the culture of other people. It ought not to be so. Let your culture remain your culture, and let your religion remain your religion. What is religion? Religion is just a means of meeting with your God. What is your culture? That is what you are born into to meet. That is what you are born into to do. Please do not say because of your religion, then you want to forget about your culture. And do not say because of your culture, you want to forget about your religion. That is a means of meeting with your God. Please let us try to separate religion from culture. That is what I want to say. Please, my friend, the person that asked this question, do not say because of that you will not follow. Your culture is your culture.